Hello grade 6. Welcome to the STEM Lockdown Digital School and welcome to your grade 6 English first additional language lesson. This is a writing lesson. It's the first of 2 writing lessons this week. My name is Teacher Fiona and I am your grade 6 first additional language English teacher. Hello. Let me tell you what you'll be doing today. We'll be working from the Term 2 Week 3 and 4 CAPS curriculum for writing. You'll review using the 5 senses for writing descriptions. You'll describe a bird in a photograph. You'll listen to 2 descriptions and guess the names of the birds. You'll write a description of a penguin following prompts. You'll view an example of a penguin description. You'll watch a video about an ostrich. You'll design, draw and label visual text. And then you'll write a description of the ostrich you drew. How does that sound? Let's review what we have learnt about descriptions in week 3 and 4 so far. When you describe something, it's a good idea to use your 5 senses, right? So you can talk about what you see, what you can hear, what you could feel if you had to touch it, what you can smell or imagine the smell to be like, and what can you taste. And don't forget to use adjectives. Remember all that? Good. Look at this beautiful bird. Do you remember it from our listening and speaking lesson? How would you describe it? Take a good look. Talk about its colors, its beak, its feathers. Is it a male or female? Its breast, the crest on its head. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do this, and then I'll ask somebody to read theirs out. Are you finished? Great. Can you guess this bird from its description? And something is a bird. It is a large, powerfully built bird. Its color is brown and white. It has got a large hooked beak, strong muscular legs, powerful talons, and sharp eyes. It can fly, swim, walk, and run, but it cannot dance. Its feathers feel soft like most birds' feathers. It sounds like it is screaming. I'm afraid of this bird. What is it? It's an eagle. Can you guess what this animal is? This is a bird. It is a medium to large in size. It's usually a shade of brown in color. It has feathered talons, a large head with a short hooked beak, and large eyes set forward. It can fly, walk, and swim, but it cannot soar like an eagle. Its feathers are soft and sometimes fluffy. Its means of communication is hooting. I think this is a wise bird. What is it? It's an owl. Let's write a description together. We'll write a description of a penguin because you learned a lot about penguins in our last lesson. So, have you got your pen and your book ready? We'll do this together, and I want you to follow my instructions and you write down what I show you. So, we're going to write about a penguin. So, number 1 says, what is it? So, I would like you to put the answer to that, a penguin. So, put the heading, a penguin, on your page. Have you got that? Right. On a new line now, number 2. What animal family does it belong to? So write, a penguin is a, and say what it is. What do you think it is? What's our topic at the moment? A penguin is a, so have you got that sentence? Write the whole sentence. Got that? Good. Let's go on. Number 3. What is its size? Just look at it now. Is it big? Is it medium, would you say? Is it small? So it is, write that sentence, it is, and say either big, medium, or small. Got that? Good. What is its color? Look at the colors, and then write the center. Its color is, or you could say its colors are, because there's more than one color, and write down what the colors are in a full sentence, okay? Right, you got that? Good. Number 5. What are 4 of its body parts? So you're going to write it's got something, 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 and something. 4 things. You could talk about its flippers, its webbed feet, its beak, its feathers, its body, its tail. Choose 4 of those body parts and write them down. You got that? It has got something, comma, something, comma, something, and something. Right, are you writing fast? Good. Number 6, how does it move? Now this one, I want you to say, it can something, but it cannot something else. It can something, but it can't something else. So when it comes to movement, what can it do? And then mention something it can't do. It can, but it can't, da da da. You got that? Right. Number 7. How does it feel when you touch it? How does a penguin feel when you touch it? So we don't often get a chance to touch penguins, but if you just look at their fur, it's almost, their feathers are almost like fur. They look very sleek and shiny to touch. It doesn't look like you imagine feathers to look like. So write down, it feels, how do you think it feels? It feels, what, write your words. Right, number 8. How does it sound? What noise does it make? Do you remember we heard something about the ones in South Africa, they sound like something? So you could say it and mention what its sound is, what its noise it makes, what its means of communication is. You got that? Good. And now it's our last one. What is your opinion of this animal? You could say, I love penguins. I like penguins because they're not dangerous. I don't like penguins. I would like to see a penguin. I appreciate penguins. What is your opinion on the penguin? Right, so well done. You've now written a description of a penguin following those prompts. That's excellent. Excellent. Let's look at an example of a paragraph about a penguin following the same prompts that you used. So here's our paragraph. Notice that the paragraph is now written one sentence next to each other and not underneath each other. Let's read it together. A penguin is a bird that looks like an animal. It is large for a bird and medium-sized for an animal. It has a large head, a short neck, an elongated body and a stiff tail. It is black and white in color. It can walk and swim, but it cannot fly. Its feathers look more like fur and it has a sleek feel. It sounds like a braying donkey. I like this bird. Now that's just an example. Your paragraph would say what you think. Got that? Great. The curriculum for this week requires that you draw visual text and label it. So let's draw an ostrich together. Have you got your pen and your paper? Let's get started. I wonder what that squiggle is. Can you draw it? Let's go on. Ah, it was the head and the shape of the neck. Let's draw the beak. Now we need to draw the eye. Let's go down the other side of the neck. It's a long neck, don't you agree? Now we're getting down to the actual body of the ostrich. Can you draw that? Let's draw the body part now, the back, covered in finish that part. Now let's draw the tail. And let's do that big wing feather, the wing that cannot fly. There's our ostrich, looking good, but there's one foot missing. Can you draw that foot, that leg, with the two toes at the bottom? Right, let's draw the other leg, and then your ostrich will be complete. Well done. Is your ostrich complete now? Awesome. Are you ready to label it? Great. Are you ready to label your ostrich? Great. Let's read some of the body parts together. Large eyes, eyelashes, long neck, pink beak, split hooves with 2 toes, soft thick feathers, wings that cannot fly. I just want you to put the words that are underlined as you label your ostrich. Good. Finished? Did you know that ostriches are quite well known for their beautiful eyelashes? Those eyelashes protect them from the sun. Okay, so now you've got your ostrich labeled and you know quite a bit about ostriches. It's time for us to let's write a description of an ostrich. You'll remember this diagram, right, with all the questions and the sentence starters. I won't be going through them with you this time because you know what to do. So let's get started and write the description. Are you finished? You might not be finished, in which case you'll need to continue after the lesson, but well done, well done. I'd love to hear your description. Would you be able to read it into Flipgrid so that I can hear? In order to do that, with your parents' permission, go to www.flipgrid.com and type in this code A745C089. Write that down right now so that you don't forget it. When you get there, after typing in the code, you'll see a plus sign. All you do is click on the plus sign and read what you wrote. Let's repeat that. A745C089. Let's review what you did in this lesson. You worked from the Term 2, Week 3 and 4 CAPS curriculum for writing. You reviewed using the 5 senses for writing descriptions. You described a bird in a photograph. You then listened to 2 descriptions and guessed the names of the birds. You wrote a description of a penguin following prompts. You viewed an example of a description. You watched a video about an ostrich. You designed, drew and labeled visual texts. You did a lot today. You finished off by writing a description of the bird that you drew. Well done, everybody. Here's something for you to do this week. You could listen to an ostrich sound. If you wanted to know what an ostrich sounded like, you could watch that same video that we showed you in the lesson, called Ostrich Educational Adventures, and you could go to We Draw Animals and try and draw some of the other animals that they've got there. I'd like to invite you to our next lesson. Our next lesson tomorrow is a listening and speaking lesson. I look forward to seeing you there. That brings us to the end of this lesson. Thank you very much for joining us. And don't forget that if you are on social media, to use the hashtag #LockdownSchool. Goodbye.